All right, guys, I still have like so much stuff to do before the new year. Like, my house is clean, but it's still not to where I want it to be. So, like, I still have some stuff that I need to toss out, that I need to get out of my house before we bring in this new year. But I was just out and I had to go stop at the farmer's market. And this is one of the reasons why I love Florida, because like I'm driving down the road and literally I just pulled up on like a roadside stand and got me $24, a big box full of vegetables. One of my goals for the new year is to juice 90% of my diet and only eat 10% like solid food. That's a test that I want to do for myself, at least for a month starting off. But that is a change that I want to make for myself. This is something that I did like a long time ago when I first stopped eating meat and transitioned to being vegan. And I haven't juiced in a while. Like consistently, like juicing like all of my vegetables 3 times a day. I haven't done that in a while, but like I still juice. But anyways, aside from that, while I was at the farmer's market, I seen this guy. It's a white guy, and he reminded me of somebody of my past, and that made me think of this story. And I can't post something saying that, talking about like racism in the country without talking about my own personal experience with racism. And this is the first time and only time that I got called the N-word. So this happened, I was in middle school, and there were these white kids that were on our bus. I was cool with 2 of them. The other one, it was like 5 of them total, but two of them I was cool with. 2 of them, I talked to them, but it was just like whatever. And then there was another one of their cousins. She had a loud mouth, but her and we had I always had like a little beef back and forth. I don't know what it was. I guess it was just some kid stuff. I really don't remember. But anyways, they had this cousin. His name is Keith. Keith, he had a crush on me. And I did not know that until I was like 18 years old. Or it could have been sooner than that. I don't know. Him and my mom ended up working together, and yeah, he let me know that he wanted to take me out. But anyways, these are white kids. So we were on the bus one day, and I don't know what we were going back and forth about, but I guess it got pretty heated. And then I had got off the bus, and the girl, Teresa, she goes, I don't like saying the ER word but anyways, she had called me that, and that was the first time I had got called the N-word. And I think I was like 12 years old at the time. And like, the only way I can describe it is it just felt like you wanted to throw up. Like it was just the most disgusting feeling that came upon me being called that word. Looking back at it today, like from the point of view, a spiritual point of view, that was like probably an attack on my ancestors, because our ancestors are inside of us. We carry them with us every day. But that could have been like a hurt from them that somebody had felt, somebody in my bloodline. That could have been a slave. I don't know. But yeah, I felt really icky after being called that. So I walked home, and like I was just upset. I didn't cry. It was just really upsetting. Like that's the only way to describe it, is upsetting. And then like my grandma noticed that I was upset, but I just walked past her, and she was like, "What's wrong with you?" I didn't say anything. And then I didn't know this, but one of the other girls that rode our bus, she used to walk with me home, because her house was a couple houses down from mine. And she had came to my grandma, and she was like, "Yeah, I noticed that she was upset." And she had told my grandma what had happened. This is a white girl that came to check on me because she seen that I was upset, and know that that word is just not an okay word to be using. And that made me feel good that she had came to come and check on me. That actually felt good. And shout out to her, because she's a cool person. She was really nice. And she was like kind of like the new girl in in school, but she was white. She was a white girl. But yeah, it just wasn't a good feeling to be called that. But I cannot look at the entire race of white people and say that white people are racist, because one person out of all these people that I've come in contact with, all these white people that I went back and forth with, only one has ever called me the N-word. And that was when I was a kid. Now, I don't want to like minimize anybody else's situation, but like you can't just pin this on an entire race of people like they're all like that. Like, that's not fair, because black people don't like it when, you know, we're all grouped, all the guys are considered pookies, and or all the females are ratchet or like sexy red. Like, that's not fair to say. But you know, we as our own people, we will call each other derogatory names like that, and you know what these names mean, and you know what you're trying to say to other black people when you're calling them these names. Like, it's like racist. It's like racism within the community. And one thing that black people do, like, we torment our own, and then we want to take it outside of our community and torment others. And you as your individual person have to find out where your hatred is coming from. Like, I can imagine going my entire life being mad at a group of people because one person called me a derogatory name in my entire life. That just made me look at her as a terrible person. And you got to realize, if somebody, a white person or any other race, needs to stoop as low as to call a black person the N-word, you got to think they've already lost control of themselves. That's not them saying that, that's that demon in them. And we have to separate. This is why people are individuals. You got to look at the individual. And if your energy is that low, your force is that low, that you can allow a demon to jump in and take control of you, because you're completely out of control of yourself. You can jump in and have a demon jump in and take control of you and lose all control of your body. I can't trust you. Like, I can't take you serious. And that's why I think that word felt so nasty to me, because it was a demon that was calling me this word. And you got to think, like, black people need to move forward, judge people as that individual. These are demons. That's not a human that's calling you that. That's something else that's in control of them. And it goes for anybody that's racist. That goes for people these women that are Karens, that like to disturb people that are minding their business. Those are demons that are taking control of them. And demons are not just found in white people. Demons are found in black people. Demons are found in Asian people. Demons are found in Latino. It's all groups. If you weaken your aura enough, and you're allowing this entity to come in and take control over you, you're a demon. You're not a person, and that makes them feel good, because like at that moment they have power over you. But looking back at it, like the bigger picture, black people, we took the power back from that word, because we use that every day. That's us taking our power back. So I don't see any issue I can't say any issue. I wouldn't get upset. Modern day, I wouldn't get upset if a white person were to call, and this is me talking like as a whole, not me just me. If a white person were to say like, hey, I don't think that's a reason to get upset, because you got to think that's a demon that's controlling that person. They're trying to take power over you. You hurt them more by ignoring it, or saying like, I send you peace, I pray for you, or something, whatever that's going to make you feel good. Because once you do that, say that to somebody that's clearly like under a possession, you take all the power. They don't know how to respond with that, because they wanted a negative reaction from you, because they wanted to feed off that energy, and you didn't give it back. So it's like they have egg on their face. Like, oh, well, what do I do now? Because I pulled this from the muddy pits of my soul to hurl this word out, or to create this situation. These people are crazy. They are having a mental health crisis. And it's like black people, I don't think that like if any white person were to talk to you crazy, anybody from any other race were to call you a racial slur, you got to think before like you react. This is a demon that is taking possession over that person and that wants to get to you. And we are too strong of people as individual, especially if you're here. So like, like you have some type of power to let something like that get to us. Like that is just something, it's minute, but it's a big deal at the same time. But it's a way that demons know how to get to black people. I'm just going to call them the N-word and watch how irate they get. And this is exactly what I want, because I need that energy while I'm on this planet. I can't just have an area that's not chaotic. I have to have some type of chaos. So I'm going to create a racist situation, because that's the easiest way to attack people. And this is why you can't judge people based on their race, religion, whatever it is. You can't judge them based on that. You got to judge the individual, because we're all spiritual people, and we are all, anybody can have like something jumping in their spirit and take control over them. This is why you have to have control over yourself. You have to know who you are, and you have to stand on that. Like nobody can make me budge over how I feel. And that's because I'm sure of myself, and I walk with spirit, and I have my ancestors with me at all times. The creator, God, everybody that's for me, my spiritual team, they already had this laid out for me. They're not going to lead me into doom. I'm going to lead myself into doom if I can't control over myself and have an evil entity come in and be like, all right, let me drive this because she doing this right. No, I can't have that happening. That cannot happen. That won't happen, because I'm just too protected. And I think everybody, black people, white people, Asian, Latino, should walk like you have power behind you, because you do. You're walking with your spiritual team every single day, and we have to stop like selling them short. You got to stop selling your people short, because they're with you every time, and they're with you when you're being put to these tests to see if you're going to fall for it, or if it's like, all right, like we got them to this point, we see that like he's ready to move up, or if you're still stuck, letting words or actions get to you. Be cool. That's why like in the videos, like with Karens, like losing their shit, the person is calm, and the Karen is like overreacting. They don't know how to handle it, because it's not a chaotic situation. They're trying to create chaos, and the chaos isn't happening. So it's like, all right, well, I have to up the ante and take this up a notch. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Have you ever been called the N-word? Or are you a person that reached down in your muddy pits, you demon, and called somebody else a slur that you know that you shouldn't be calling, but you're completely out of control with yourself, that, it just came out? That's what they like to say. It just came out. Nah. That demon got a hold of you, and you should be ashamed and embarrassed to let something that you can control you. Come on now. But all right, I just wanted to give y'all my 2 cents from a spiritual Republican black girl's point of view. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.